Tonight, from First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio, it's Sunday Night Football on EA Sports. It's the Cleveland Browns taking on the Los Angeles Rams.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Los Angeles Rams and the Cleveland Browns. First and 10, Love. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8.
There are the numbers for Samuel from that game last week. 7 catches, 92 yards.
And he's able to pull that last pass in, but this is usually a pretty tough.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Justin Tucker set to kick off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their second drive of the game. Love back to it here after the pick six. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
To number 89.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. On the option, Love will hang on to it. And he will be taken down, but not before he gets this to the Browns' 35-yard line. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that, and here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game, and all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
Working out of the gun, Love. This one into the hands of Burton. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
Complete.
This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
First down, Rams.
First down, Love to pass. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
On 2nd down, Love once more. And he comes back with one complete.
Love's pass.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. He's got Burton here. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Love now to pass on first down. And he's got it. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard at the 2-yard line.
2nd and 1 from the 2. They'll run. This is Gus Edwards. And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. Gus Edwards, his first touchdown on the year. And the Rams are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
For the extra point.
That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Khalif Raymond on the return.
So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. And they will be led out by their 6'6" quarterback.
I guess we're going to have to nickname him the thrower, aren't we, or something like that.
After last week?
I mean, man, you're talking about over 400 yards throwing the ball. The running backs and everyone else may be looking at him like, hey, don't forget us. And he'd probably just tell him, listen, you want to get involved?
Go out
and catch some passes. I'll make sure you touch it.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 10 carries, 132 yards, and a touchdown.
They look like a team that really emphasized the running game in the offseason. They were going to build around it. Didn't matter if they were going to run gap scheme, power scheme, whatever. They've got a runner who finds yardage if you give him just a little bit of space.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. Bad news, they didn't get it on second down. The good news is they still only need about 3 or 4 inches here on third.
And the good play callers have looked at both situations. They thought to themselves, okay, this call, I pick up the first down, already ready with that call. If I don't, this is what I'm going to come back with in order to pick it up. I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Browns have taken the lead.
When we draw defenses on the board, we do account for every receiver. But on that particular play, somehow he was wide open, became an easy touchdown pass.
7. Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. L.A. readies for its next possession. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call.
Offense.
No!
So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
To throw now. Here's Love. Completes it to the tight end, Burton. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down.
A gain of a yard. Brings up.
Brandon, they didn't get everything they wanted out of that play,
19-yard line.
but the tight end did. And I don't mean it in a positive way. Great job of him holding on after absorbing that big hit.
Second down. Love. Open man is Samuel. Complete. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
And it's third down.
Love from the gun. He's got his tight end, Burton. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's a big gainer on that play, and from experience, I can tell you, that's where defensive backs will come into the huddle and say, guys, how about some pass rush? But you're going to say it nicely because those big guys up front, they don't like being criticized very much. Quarterbacks in this league, you know they'll pick you apart if you give them time like that to find receivers downfield.
And he's got it complete to Anderson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, second and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up second and 2 at the 38-yard line.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
With the score, Browns 14, Rams 7.
They go bootleg. Love. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Blake Jarwin, the intended receiver, and it's third and short.
Incomplete. It's third down. And
they'll try and run for the first with Edwards. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. And so first and 10 now from the 30. Love, they go play action now. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Second and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. To throw again, Love. Samuel bringing in the slant. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive alive.
First down, Rams.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. After the incomplete pass here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Love. And that's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Connecting with Burton here over the middle. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line.
I know that halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. Myers' kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10.
14, Rams 10.
So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
First and 10. At their own 26.
Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, A two-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He's going to go for a big play down. This is caught inside the 15. And great yardage here all the way deep into Los Angeles territory.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there, partner. I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great effort there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite. But the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
LA set to take over again on offense. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Here, this is their fullback getting the carry. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
I heard all the stories. I watched some of the tape of the old school guys, the throwback guys who were the punishing runners and knocked people aside to pick up yardage. I'm so glad I was sitting here today and got to see it with my own eyes.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Now the throw pulled in by Anderson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, LA.
Los Angeles.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Now this throw caught left side. Past the 20. Touchdown, LA. Deebo Samuel with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Rams are able to get back within a touchdown. And nothing too crazy there. A quick slant, and then he just had a seam. He found a seam.
And when you hit it on the run like that, and I mean the pass right to the receiver who's already in motion and moving, sometimes he just takes it and runs away from everyone else.
And he ran it into the end zone. And the defense, they've got to adjust there quickly. That's tough on them.
That's really tough because everything was executed well. Ball was out of his hands quickly, into the hands of the receiver, and then he was gone.
Khalif Raymond now. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Raymond on the return. The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard.
Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter.
It's a pickup of
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
at the 27-yard line.
Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. He's going to let this one go deep. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Browns add on to their lead. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive. And it seemed like they may be giving up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jordan Love in this offense, ready to get the football back. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means that...
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Love now on 2nd down. Open man is Robbie Anderson. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Love from the gun on 3rd down. Underneath to the tight end, Burton. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks.
Take over 1st and 10.
And now the Browns coming out on the field. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get into field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here and you've called multiple plays because you're going to say, this is how we're going to run them in order, guys. You don't have time for audibles. You don't have time to change anything. You're trying to get the ball in position to at least get 3. They've got a great shot to do it right here.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Unnecessary roughness. Defense.
Hey, man, let's play our game.
I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time. And that'll bring up second down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Eluding the pressure right. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash, and this one just a chipping. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and that will do it for this first half. So we have come to half. You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. Here's Khalif Raymond to return. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
So here are the Browns to take over. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat in this ball game as well. They'll start the third quarter here on the ground. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's going to have a Browns first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. A gain of 6 there on first.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. And going deep for Hill. And this is taken in at the 5. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. When he launched that football, I'm guessing he was thinking end zone, but he'll take it. Now they're knocking on the door.
I like the way you can read his thoughts. Think of it from the opposite side of the ball. They thought they had a chance to make a play and knock it away. Didn't get it done. Can they reset now and hold them to a field goal?
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
They'll try to run this one in. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A great play there. With touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
Now the attention turns back to the Rams offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. This is Edwards. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
The ball carrier.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got you to pin their ears back and get after him now.
They'll try and run with their fullback. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. And that will be incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Now a high kick, almost a pooch punt. And this one will be touchdown inside the 40-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
And now a hook up downfield on 2nd down. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run. What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ball game.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
6-yard line.
Second and 13. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 13-yard line. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. They'll get this into the hands of Mostert. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Open man is Hill. He's got it.
The pass.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 8.
They'll look to throw again. And it's caught. And the Browns are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal. Second and goal from the 1. They'll try to run this one in. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football.
Yeah,
what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead.
Set to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Now the second down throw on target. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. The Rams on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 6. Working out of the gun. Love. Found his target. It's Anderson. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down. From the gun, Love. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
Brings up second.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. To throw again, Love. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Javon Hargrave. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk. It's a foot race, and he takes it all the way down to the 32. It's a big conversion there for the Rams on 3rd down. And even 40 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Throw left side complete. It's Robertson. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
First down, Los Angeles.
Again, it's Love. Into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. Now it's Edwards. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. They run one Once more with Edwards. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And now nothing but green ahead of him. 30. 10.
Oh, you got to feel it, baby.
And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick six makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six.
Justin Tucker set to kick off.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game is played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
It's a gain of 7.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
The 32-yard line.
To throw now. Here's Love. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
Samuel.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
We got this.
So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Love from the gun. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Love. Quick hitter here. It's complete. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
And that is incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the 4th. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there.
A 7-yard pickup.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. That one looks like he'll throw here. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Evans once again the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. He'll look to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he is going to have the Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. It was third and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards. Continuing to keep their foot on the gas. It looks like they're just having fun out there. They're loose, they're free, and they're enjoying what the scoreboard looks like.
I'd have to say I agree with you totally. They're having a blast out there all game long. When they throw the football, they're picking up nice chunks of real.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill. But remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it's capped off by the Browns touchdown.
Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say it's not the